So we left Mungindi and we went over the border into New South Wales. We took a right and headed towards Boomley. We passed lots of cotton fields along the way there. That was quite spectacular to see them. When we arrived at the Mungindi Free Camp, we originally thought it was a small area. Once we parked up and had a walk around, we realised this was a lot bigger than we had first perceived. You have a choice of staying on the bitumented area, which isn't a very big area, or you could move along and find yourself a spot along the banks of the Barwon River. Now, there were some really pretty spots along there. They were all dirt, but they were level, and there was plenty of sun if you wanted to get some solar going. This is definitely not a wet weather spot, but it is a gem of a place in the dry. Now, it is accessible to tents, caravans, camper trailers and RVs. It has toilets and cold showers. There is fishing and swimming. I believe there was a boat ramp there, and you can have fires, which is always a bonus. There was also Wi-Fi and you could get TV reception as well. There is a dump point in town and there is a fuel station directly across the road from the free camp there. We took a walk along the sculpture trail, which was pretty neat, and we ended up at the pub for a beer, so that was pretty good. Some of the things you can do out here at Mungindi is you could go visit the One Ton Post, which is the straight line of the border between Queensland and New South Wales. A bit of history there. It's pretty cool to go and see. You can also go to Fallon, which has the painted silo, and if you wanted to travel a little bit further and go and see the iconic Nindigully pub, you're not far from there either. So there are a couple of the things you can do while you're here at Mungindi. We then made our way down to Collymongal, and on the way through to there we passed more cotton fields, so we got out and we took some footage, and it was absolutely stunning. We also stopped at the Collymongal Aboriginal carvings. It was really neat to go and see. We missed the first turn and we ended up on the second turn, which I do not advise anybody who is traipsing a caravan behind them to do. Go back and do the other trek. We then continued on and we ended up at Lightning Ridge, but not before we saw a Stanley the emu there to greet us as we were getting closer to town. We're staying at the Opal Caravan Park. It's a big four park and it has all the mod cons that you can think of that a big four does. We've just got reception over there and this is the entry and there is a code to get in and out. Let's take you through the rest of the caravan park. So as you come in to the left, you've got the caravan sites with the en-suites, and then it opens up to the powered area here, and you have the amenities, which is really huge inside. Got plenty of toilets and plenty of showers. They have a camp kitchen for everybody to use, and off to the side here there's the pool is over here. I'll take you for a walk over there. So here is the pool area, plenty of room for the kiddies and for you to cool down on those hot summer days. Got the camp kitchen as well, again over here. And off to the side here we have the cabins. They have a spot next to the main camp kitchen to play chess. And we are camped. I'll take you for a walk there. Just off to the side here in a nice little spot. And this is where we're camped. And there is the amenities again. As you can see, they're quite large. If you want to give your car a bit of a wash, they've supplied a washing bay, which is great. Pete gave our car a wash the other day. There is also a dump easy here, easy access in and out. They have single sites and also double sites if you're travelling in a pair. You can camp side by side. It's been reasonably quiet. They allow dogs here as well. It's a nice little place to stay. So Lightning Ridge has a lot to offer while you're there. There are the artesian bore spa baths. There is a walk-in mine tour. There's the Bevan's Cactus Nursery. There is the Ridge Castle. There was the Mungindi Aboriginal Museum. Migo's Castle. We saw the street art that was around the area. They had lots of opal shops there where you could buy your opals. There was the John Murray Art Gallery, which was really nice. We did the Chambers of the Black Hand tour, which took you into the mine and explained all about mining to you. And they also had another subsection of the tour, which was the sculptures that were all underground. The guy that owned that mine, he started making sculptures with a bread and butter knife. So it was quite interesting. So I recommend you doing that one if you're in town. And we also did Spark, which was a nighttime video, which was quite interesting, and it told you all about the community and the mining there as well. They have a green car door tour, a red car door tour, and a yellow car door tour and an orange car door tour, and these were all free. You just get in your car and you just follow the signs, and they take you to different spots along that tour. So that was quite good. The orange car door tour is a full day tour, so it takes you out to Garwin to go and see all the opal mining area, and they had some pubs as well, so you could stop in at those pubs and have a drink, or you could have a meal, or you could even camp there overnight if you wanted to and do some fossicking. So there is plenty to do in Lightning Ridge. They were just a couple of the things that I've mentioned to you, and I'm not going to tell you all of them, and I'm not going to show you everything because that's for you to discover when you come out here. Last night we travelled east from Lightning Ridge. It's about 10 minutes out of town. It is Carinya Station. It's a paid camp. It cost us $30. You can have fires here. They have water and they have a washing machine. The laundry is over there in the shearing shed. This is a fabulous alternative to staying in town. Relatively cheap. If you want to be off grid, this is the place to be. You can have a wonderful campfire at night time. So for this leg, we left Goondiwindi, we went over the border into New South Wales, we took a right, we travelled along Callaghan Way, all the way through to Mungindi. It was 110 kilometres and it was all sealed road. We crossed the border and that's where the free camp was, and we stayed there for the night. The next day we continued on the Carnarvon Highway, travelling south, which turned into the Maralta Road. This was all unsealed along this section here. Then we turned onto the Guida Highway, followed this road and turned off just before we got to Walgett, and then up to Lightning Ridge on the Castle Reach Highway. So this trip from Mungindi to Mungindi to Lightning Ridge was a total of 350 kilometres.